I'm Steven Wright with WakeForestSports.com, and I get the privilege today to sit next to Hall of Famer and former Baltimore Oriole Cal Ripken Jr. And Cal, tonight's event, there's a lot of buzz going around campus and especially among the baseball players here. But what is it about for you about coming to Wake Forest that really gets you excited about tonight's event?
Well, I think we should start to lower the expectation a little bit and spread the word. But no, I'm excited to be here. In my post-playing career life, I like to be an ambassador of baseball, so to speak. We're in the kids' business and we're promoting baseball. And I have high regard for Tom. And when I was asked to come here, I jumped at the chance.
And speaking of being an ambassador for the game, the Cal Ripken Summer Baseball League, the summer league that you run, I know a couple of our guys play in that league. What was the inspiration for that league, and what do you hope to accomplish through that league for these college players looking to continue their careers?
Well, I had a first-hand experience last year. My son played in the Cal Ripken Collegiate League, and the Collegiate League was being formed in the area right around the time I lost my dad. And they wanted to honor Dad and name the league after him. And it's a very competitive league. The talent continues to get better and better. The venues are exciting. Where in Bethesda they sell out, and it seems like it's a big league experience for these kids. So I'm very proud to have our name on the league, but I'm more proud that the caliber of baseball players are trusting the league and coming to compete.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And you mentioned your son. You just got to go through the recruiting process with him as a father. And you mentioned earlier when you're talking to guys, you went straight to professional baseball. As a father now getting to experience this with your son, what was that recruiting process like for you?
Well, I mean, a big learning curve, but in the end, you'd like to leave the decision up to your son.
Sure.
It's their lives, and although you want to offer guidance a little bit, we value the educational component. I know, I was one of the fortunate ones I went right into pro ball, and things worked out for me. But especially these days, you got to have a college education to fall back on as your backup plan. I think that was the impetus of, and I think Ryan wanted the college experience as well. So it was a little overwhelming, but it was fun nonetheless. And we've survived the first part of that process.
All right, and part of that process is you get to go to different campuses and different facilities, and I believe we have a great facility out here. When you show up here at Wake Forest Baseball Park, what are some of the tremendous assets that jump out to you in terms of our facility?
Well, I mean, it's beautiful, number one, and the turf environment gives you a chance to never miss a practice, no matter what the weather conditions are outside. The batting cages out in center field are conducive to getting your work in. As a player, you first look at the day-to-day mundane task, which means hitting off the tee, hitting and soft toss, and you want to make sure you have the facilities to get your work in. And this facility here, you can get all the work you need.
Finally, Cal, you deal again with the summer baseball league and opportunities like this tonight. You're around young baseball players all the time. What's maybe the one key piece of advice that you give these guys who are again looking to further their careers in professional baseball?
Well, I was trying to figure that out. They weren't too talkative in our meeting in there, but they started to warm up a little bit. You're trying to remember back to when you were their age. What were your concerns? What were the questions you might have? What are the things you wonder about, because I think everybody has aspirations to be pro baseball players, and I just wanted to pick their brain a little bit. But I think they've already understood that there's no shortcuts. The key to your success is you got to have the talent, number one. But many people waste that talent by not working hard enough. And certainly the message is you just can't go out there and wing it. It's 1,000 swings you take in the cage. It's 1,000 ground balls you take on the field that prepares you for that test, which is the moment in the game. And I think that's the point that you really wanted to drive home. You have it in your own hands to be as good as your talent will allow you to be. Don't waste that talent.
All right, Cal, thanks again for taking a few minutes with us, and thanks for coming out and for the first pitch dinner tonight. So, for Cal Ripken Jr., I'm Steven Wright with WakeForestSports.com saying go Deeks.